In this video, I'm going to show how I go about engraving on one side of a tumbler in the WeCreate that has a handle that can't be removed. So you'll see, first off, on my tumbler, I've taken blue tape and placed on there and made a mark 1 inch from the handle on both sides. Next, I'm going to measure to see what the distance is between those marks. And here you can see that the mark comes to about 245 millimeters. So we're going to use that. We'll also use the height of the section that we're going to engrave, which I've already measured, and that is at 125 millimeters. Here you can see I'm placing the tumbler into the machine with the handle straight down. So here we are in Lightburn. You don't have to use Lightburn, this just happens to be the software that I prefer to use. You can use Inkscape or CorelDRAW or Illustrator, whatever software that you like to design in that will ultimately give you an SVG file. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a rectangle on the screen, and we're going to make that rectangle the same dimensions that we talked about earlier. So I'm going to put it on my gray layer, which I know makes it just a thin line. And so I need to make it the dimensions that we said before. So that was 245 width and 125 height. And so then you can see, if you think about wrapping this rectangle around your tumbler, your handle is going to be at either end of it. So kind of thinking, we left a little bit of space there. So you can put, if you want design on one side, then you can just put it here on the left or the right, or if you want to do design on both sides, you can put it at both ends. I'm just going to do one side, and I've already got my design here that I made earlier. So I'm going to throw it on here, and I'm going to position it. I'm going to put it right there at the edge. And so there we go. We have our design. I'm just going to move it up to the upper left-hand corner real fast, just for simplicity's sake. And then I'm going to save it as an SVG file. All right, so we've saved our SVG. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the WeCreate Make-It software. So here we are in Make-It. Still have my previous burn on there. So let me get that off real fast. So there's our pink tumbler. Take this design off. Let's bring in our new one. So we need to upload it. Right here's where we saved it. Open it, and so first thing we need to do is we need to resize it, because for whatever reason Make-It brings everything in at the wrong size. So it was 125 height. The width automatically gets set since we have the lock set. So here we have the right size now. So I'm going to bring this down here a little bit. I'll turn it over since our tumbler's in there kind of backwards. Don't want our design upside down. And then I'm going to center it right over the tumbler. And see, I'm centering the entire box, not my text. And so I'm centering that over the tumbler. And so I got my text over there on the right side, so it's where it's going to go on the tumbler next to the handle. I'm going to get rid of the box. We don't want that box on there. So we'll remove that and make our text. We're going to do a fill engrave. These are my normal settings here for tumbler. However, I know that text, because it's kind of thin, I need to increase the power on it. I also do everything at a 200 line density. Seems to work best. So, but here I'm going to increase the power to make sure that I get it covered. And that's about it. We got everything placed. We're ready to do our burn. Alright, so here you can see it started, and it's turned the tumbler so the handle's up. You can see there how it's kind of working its way along there, avoiding the handle. Just let that go ahead and complete. Go a little bit there, you can see better. And here we are, all finished and cleaned up, ready to go.